it out one time.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome to Truth in the Morning inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. Of course, I am the legendary Home Blow, joined by my brother.
MC Dame Elsie in the building. Rhea, I did it yesterday too, but Rhea kept it 100, and she just said it was, she didn't say it on the air. She's like, I'm going to keep that between you and I.
I didn't even say anything.
Then Hater Blow is up here, and I do it again.
I didn't say anything.
And I do it again. But that's okay.
I didn't say anything.
MC Dame Elsie in the building, and my mic is on. Let's kick it.
I ain't say anything.
My mic sounds right.
You got it.
My mic sounds nice. Check, too.
Just saying,
So tomorrow they're gonna be hating on me. Rhea, don't you join in on the hate.
What if I do? I was kidding.
Then you know what?
She'll be on the list.
She on the list.
Dang.
You on my 50 list. You on the list.
Whoa. So we got documentaries coming?
We got documentaries. I'm a documentaries on all y'all.
He putting the case on everybody. I'm putting the case on you. I'm putting the case on you. And I'm putting the case on you.
I got the footage. Man. Like 50.
Yeah, that part. Yes.
I guess we can talk about that.
Yeah. Speaking of, 50 and...
Did you watch any of it?
I got to watch the whole episode 1, and it's a 4-part series thus far. Mm-hmm. And I got to watch half of episode 2. So I don't have the full gist of everything, but I can speak on my takeaways from what I did end up seeing as it relates to Sean Combs' The Reckoning.
The Reckoning. That's what it's called, The Reckoning?
The Reckoning.
Well, whatever.
And hey, right. Listen.
It should be called The Petty of 50 or something.
Yeah.
The pettiness. Because that's what it is.
So, yeah. So, after today, I feel that, I got some things that I got to do today, but I'll be able to binge the remaining episodes, and, then I'll be able to formulate my full opinion. But for people that are crying, talking about, they didn't have to do that, and this, that, and the other, stop filming everything.
Oh, I agree.
You film your life is now public.
Right. You film your life, you trust in somebody to have that information about everything you do in your life, and then they can flip it and make it appear
that's right
to be anything that they want it to be. I learned that early on in my adult life. Mm-hmm. I had to do an interview for the Journal Sentinel one time, and it was about something trivial. Mm-hmm. But the way when it came back, when I read the article, they made it sound like I was guilty as hell. And I was like, I didn't even say it like that.
Right. Like you got to learn how to talk with media.
Absolutely. And so, with that being said, I don't trust the media. And now that I am a part of it, I it's different. But I'm not gonna do no interviews and trust somebody to write a story on me or something like that. No, I don't do that. Mm-hmm. And this is why. I'm not going to have nobody walking around with camera. People like, oh, you got to get footage of what
the
you
hot
do,
mics.
What you do daily and this, that, and the other. No, I don't.
Now, people should better understand was Marshawn Lynch when he was on his thing and they would do the press conferences no matter what in Super Bowl week. Yeah. He was like, I'm only here so I won't get fined.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And that's all he said.
That's how I would be.
I'm only here so I won't get fined.
People say, man, you should be a politician. No, I shouldn't.
They be like, you ask questions. I'm only here so I won't get fined. That's all.
You should run for office. No, I shouldn't, because I don't want to do that. I'm not going to, because in those positions, you're obligated to do things like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Nah, I don't trust y'all.
Yeah, that part. Listen. Hey, Rhea.
Hey, y'all. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Truth Nation.
Hey. We just jumped right into Diddy, huh? We didn't say good morning to nobody or nothing. Well, I said it on the...
Well, I said it when I start,
Okay.
Truth Nation, great morning, and love you, yeah.
Shout out to Aaron Kawanda and Lori Patterson from Be More, sending us love from Be More. Stay tuned in, because we're going to talk about Be More.
Yeah, coming up later in the show. But Giannis.
Giannis. I'm sick of Giannis. Let me just say this. Y'all can get mad at me, Milwaukee. Y'all can throw up your arms and say, don't
Views
say
and
that.
opinions expressed by the MC Dave.
And I know my man, The Nasty, used to have a show on here and whatnot. I'm sick of Giannis. If you're going to leave, leave. If you're going to stay, stay and ball out. That's all it is. I'm sick of him. Why he erased his Milwaukee connection on his social media stuff, right? Mm-hmm. What was it, like Twitter, Instagram, or something?
Yeah, all the social media.
All of them, right?
Yep, except for like the championship. It was like a few monumental moments that he left.
Now, we could be reading too much into it, but you do this after you lose to arguably the worst team in the NBA, and your man Chris Middleton hits the shot that sends you home with a loss. Your feelings are hurt, right?
Yep.
Giannis sometimes is emotional. He gets over emotional and he does things like this. But he got to understand when he's doing something like this that everybody's watching. Now, the whole sports world, just because you decided to erase all of your Milwaukee stuff, the whole sports world is up in arms because one of the greatest basketball players in NBA history, we can say that, is deciding he's going to erase something. He got to understand what that means and the message he's sending when he does that. But the message I'm sending is, so what? Why do we care?
So much has been invested, in my opinion, with our city, around Giannis. I believe that some of the businesses that are popping up and all of that were with the thought and the mindset with the Supermax contract and all of those things that he's going to be here. He's going to be the person that has people flying in from all over the world to see him play. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people are probably like, oh, they panicking. Like, oh, my goodness. Like, this was, what else do we have? And Milwaukee has a lot of other great stuff. But when you put all your eggs in one basket, which is how I'm looking at this particular situation, all of the eggs was put towards Giannis. And even if this is considered a temper tantrum, I look at it in the context of he's been saying, I want to be on a championship team. I want to be on a winning team. He said it consistently, in my opinion, season after season. I'm tired of losing. I don't want to lose. And who wants to end up banging up their body and become the person like, he's not worth all of this now because he done got this surgery and that surgery, so he's not as valuable as he was. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to waste my youth and all of the things that I've been able to accomplish and records that I've been able to break as a young NBA player. I wouldn't want to stay. And I done told him, like, look, I need a championship team. I need a crew. Y'all can't keep just depending on me. Because then people get to saying, oh, ball hog and all of that kind of stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Be like, I don't want to do that.
Listen, on the other side, he just lost. I know we got to go to break, but he just lost to the Washington Wizards. They got a player on their team, shooting guard. His name slips me right now. I used to play with Dame Lillard in Portland. But this dude goes out, averages 20-something points a game, one of the best players in the league, still to this day. And you don't hear, he's playing in the worst team. You don't hear him saying nothing, right? Just goes out, plays his game, does his job, and he goes on. Why Giannis can't do that? Why he got to erase stuff and be childish and erase stuff off of social media?
It's when you want to send a message, like it's coming up sooner than y'all think.
That's weak.
So, hey,
that's weak sauce to me, y'all.
Hey, I understand. We got to get ready to take care of some bills, but Truth Nation, we want to hear from you because this is a hot button topic, and we can even do a poll. Is it going to bother you if Giannis stays or goes? Or leaves, because I want people to be happy. So True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. Will it make a difference in the city, in your opinion, yes or no, if Giannis does decide to leave? We'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and the time is now, Milwaukee. Truth to Power is your platform, and on my show, our community always has a voice. There is no topic that is off limits, and I always give you my authentic opinions on how I feel, because keeping it real is the only way I know how to get down. Listen to Truth to Power with me, Kyle Wallace, every day from noon to 1 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube at 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Give the gift of game this holiday season and spread the joy with a Milwaukee Bucks gift card. A guaranteed slam dunk for every fan on your list. Recipients can score tickets to Bucks games and other Fiserv Forum events through the Ticketmaster box office. Shop exclusive gear at the Bucks Pro Shop or get their favorite snack at Fiserv Forum's concessions. It's a big win for both you and them. To purchase a gift card, visit bucks.com/gift cards.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, ho, ho. So many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site, and to all a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. 12/31/2025. This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Calling all black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. To sign up for your business spotlight interviews, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC.
We're black. Again, welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Of course, we have our YouTube page poll up. Will you be sad or happy if Giannis leaves Milwaukee? I mean, it's a lot of talk and speculation on, well, why would he do this? Why would he scrub all of his social media with things associated with the Bucks, except for a few things? Mm-hmm. And was that the dagger, as the Packers have, when he was like, and there goes the dagger. So it was like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Was the dagger losing to the Wizards?
Yeah, and that's kind
losing
of
8 of their last 10 games. They went from 8 and maybe 5 and 4.
Right.
Semi good record.
Absolutely.
So now they like, what are they, like 8 and 14 or something like that?
Right.
Giannis hates losing. Okay, you hate losing. Fine. We get that. But you're not going to keep holding this over our head. Listen.
Well,
this is what I said they should have did before they got Dame Lillard and all of that stuff. I was like, they need to trade Giannis to OKC and get some of their young players, because this is before OKC won the championship. After they win the championship, it's too late now.
Right.
But then they wanted to get, so you trade them to OKC. Maybe you get some of their picks, one or two of their players off the bench that are star players that are going to end up being like James Harden because it's the dude Williams. Anyway, I'm not going to break it all out. But all I'm saying is they had moves they could have made. But instead, it was like, oh, we're going to keep Giannis, we're going to keep Giannis. Well, if you don't want to be here, don't make him be here. It's like if you're in a relationship and a person keeps telling you, I'm going to leave you, I'm going to leave you. If you don't do this, you're holding it over my head. All right, bye.
Yeah. The Truth Talk text lines are open. Again, we want to hear your thoughts, Truth Nation, with our poll on our YouTube page. And remember, when you go to our YouTube page, make sure you like and subscribe as we are on our way to 5,000. Also, we are on Facebook Live and X, all at 1017 The Truth. Will you be sad or happy if Giannis leaves Milwaukee? We have Al on the line. Al, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the conversation about Giannis. What's your truth?
My truth is, if you leave, so what? Go. Bye. But if you wanted to be on a champion, if you wanted to be on a championship team, maybe a championship team would have picked you. But if you truly do not want to be here, get your sugar honey iced tea and get the F out. Point blank, period. Nobody is going to kiss your anal cavity to make you feel great. I thought it's supposed to be a team effort. But if you can't take it when it gets thick, don't stay when it gets thin. Close your eyes, pack your bags, and get the F out. And when you leave, don't look back. Have a great day.
All right.
I guess I don't need to read the comment from me and them guts on the YouTube because that's obviously Al.
Yeah.
Because I should have known it because it says sugar honey iced tea.
Yeah.
In the comment.
Yep. On the Truth Talk text line, remember, we want to hear from you, Truth Nation. What's your thoughts? Because it is a big deal. And I think that there will be color lines on it, Dame. Yeah. I think that you'll hear a division as it relates to how some black people feel about it as opposed to how white people feel.
Because white people are getting rich off of it. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest.
And we, honest, Giannis, I'm just
listen, they said during the 2021 playoff run, Milwaukee made $58 million.
Mm-hmm.
$8.4 million in lodging, $4.3 million in transportation, $5.2 million food and beverage, retail 5.8, recreation 6.6. How many of those millions you think was on the north side?
Yeah.
Above what is that? Pleasant now, Valete, Pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
How much you think was made doing that? Now you got your bars and stuff that's probably making money during the playoffs because people want to go to the bar and hang out and watch the games and stuff. But
yeah, not to the degree that
not to the millions and millions of dollars that other people are making. Come on, man.
Stacy on the Truth Talk text line. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, morning, gentlemen. I agree with Dame. It's childish. Next, Giannis wants another chance at a championship. Not happening in Milwaukee. The roster is full of misfits, and similar to Favre and Rodgers, it's run its course. It's time to move on. Bye-bye. Rebuild.
Hey. And what happened when we did that? When Favre did it, we got Rodgers in place. When Rodgers did it, we got Jordan Love. Basketball's a little different because stars like the Freak don't come.
That's right.
I'm not gonna hate on his basketball skills.
Yeah,
the man is a beast on the court, right? But I'm sick of this. I'm sick of for the last 3 years since they won the championship. It's been, what is Giannis going to do? What is Giannis going to do?
Yeah.
Now, when Kobe did it in L.A., it was always, what is Kobe going to do? Kobe flirted with going to Utah and doing this stuff, right?
Absolutely.
But it wasn't like this, though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew Kobe wasn't leaving L.A. It wasn't like this. This is, Giannis is finna leave the Bucks, and he keeps threatening us with this. As black people, and as a Milwaukeean, when you diss Milwaukee, as much as I have disagreements with Milwaukee, as much as I say I don't like Milwaukee doing this and doing that, we talk about it all the time. I can say that, though, because I'm a Milwaukeean. When you from Greece and you come here and then you wipe your Instagram clean of Milwaukee so you don't mess with Milwaukee no more, Giannis. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see it. I don't see all of the stuff. But we've done a lot for you. You've done a lot for us, but you don't mess with us. You don't have the fans from Milwaukee up there no more that you see out. You don't know. You don't. So that's what it is.
Well, like in looking at that, and Rhea, what is our poll looking like so far? We got the will you be sad or happy if Giannis leaves Milwaukee, leaves the Bucks?
All right, so right now we have our poll for sad is 58%, and then happy is 42%.
Okay. They're pretty fairly, divided.
Within the margins of the error margins and whatnot.
Right.
I don't know. Grown Soul on the YouTube line said, I would be sad and appreciative because of the memories, but it's time. His style of play is very difficult to mold a team around. That's a very in-depth comment, and they're right. Mm-hmm. Grown Soul is absolutely right. It's hard to build somebody that has one move. And my guy Tay, we argue about Giannis all the time. I'm not gonna, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not gonna lessen his greatness.
Yeah, because he's great.
He's a great basketball player. Wherever he goes, he's gonna win.
Yeah,
wherever he's that good. Wherever he goes, he's gonna win.
Yep.
But you have to realize sometimes Giannis can't hit an open shot. Mm-hmm. You can't hit but Shaq couldn't do it either. Sometimes you don't need to do that.
Absolutely.
If they can't stop you from spinning and dunking, and you still getting 35 points. But in the playoffs,
just got to 21,000 points. Yeah,
right. When you get to the playoffs and teams start building walls and the teams get better, you're going to need to be able to. There's certain things that Giannis doesn't do that he's going to need to be able to do. And Shaq had Kobe, right? Giannis had when he had Middleton. Mm-hmm. It was okay. Here you go. When it came to the end of games, they could give the ball to Middleton, who could make those shots.
Yeah,
and this person is right. But anyway,
Middleton was so injury prone.
That's the only thing.
And that
he just got off injury in Washington D.C.
I know. And so it's like, how do you really build? And I think that you definitely need a cast around you,
absolutely,
to make that work. I want to say that I've personally seen a lot of great things that Giannis has done for our city in our communities. Now I know that there's other things that's going on, but like the his personable attitude with people, like he didn't care. He appeared to be just a regular young brother. You'd see him at Chick-fil-A. You'll see him anywhere, and he's more than happy to take pictures with you. Take his shoe off and give it to you and all of that. And then visit some of these inner city boys and girls clubs or just different organizations. Walk with the protests.
He's the type of player.
You get what I'm saying?
He's the type of player you would want to build an organization around.
Yeah. So I think that even though, like I say, I do have to say that it's not like this is the first time that he's said that, hey, come on now. I need a cast.
I'm saying we got your back.
Every time I get hurt,
but
what happens?
I'm saying we got your back, but at some point it's just like, how many times you gonna hold this over our head? How many times you gonna say, "Oh, I might leave, I might go"? Okay, you're a great player. We love having you in our
crying
community.
wolf. Man, it's time.
Come on, man.
It's time.
How many times you gonna say that? And you already getting and for me, I'm like, we in a hard economic time. You can pay $300 million.
And if you ready to say I'm out, that says something too, though. You know what I'm saying? We got to get ready to take care of some bills. Truth Nation, we want to hear from you. Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with
MC Dame Elzy.
And we'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
We believe that self-care isn't selfish. I'm Maddie from Sweet Talks, a women-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. We believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and it's truly a passion for our team at Sweet Talks. Your goals are our goals. Our services go beyond injectables, including facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. There's even a cafe, complimentary to all patients. Get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
If someone asks you to send cash, pay with gift cards or cryptocurrency, or use a banking app or wire transfer, practice caution. These payment methods usually cannot be reversed or tracked, making them a scammer's tool of choice. If the person asking for money refuses to accept another form of payment, it's a scam. Learn more at datcp.wi.gov. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, you know, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. Mm-hmm. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive on collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that, because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, you know, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, like that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
Southbound 41 continues heavy from Good Hope Road all the way down past Hampton. Northbound from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Quick little tap of the brakes past Silver Spring as well. Eastbound 94, we're backing up out of the Zoo Interchange all the way to Hawley Road. Westbound is slowing down from just before 27th Street to Hawley Road. Southbound 43 now starting to slow down a bit from just about Capitol Drive down to Locust. And 4394 northbound. Watch for backups coming out of the Plainfield Curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, lingering flurries, mostly cloudy with a high of 31. Tonight, gradual clearing, frigid though, with a low of 2 above, wind chills 5 below to 15 below. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, great morning. We're Black, and we're talking about the Giannis situation, and it's like crying wolf. And is this the end? I guess really, when you think about it, is this finally going to be the straw that broke the camel's back? The terminology that is often used in our everyday life. Like, look, this it. I can't. That was embarrassing. Yeah. You know, I'm really ready now. And it's not April, so it's not an April Fool's joke. You get what I'm saying? This is some real situations. And I think that the devastation, in my opinion, will come more from the white community than it will the Black community.
Yeah.
I think the Black community, even if you're a sports fanatic, and a lot of people in our community are, I don't think that we're going to feel impacted to that degree if he does leave. And Giannis, I want you to know, I understand. I get it. You know, if you want to be on a winning team, you don't want all of your great years to just be, you know, mediocre. You see the light, but you can't get to it again. You know,
right? Listen.
So I understand.
As a community, we got a lot going on, and when you got a lot going on in sports, although it supplies a distraction, it supplies something to hang your hat on that your team is doing well.
Right.
At the end of the day, it doesn't supply you with anything that's tangible. Let's be 100. That's tangible for us as a black community. And especially when you talk about all of the millions of dollars that were spent going into and building up the Bucks and
the infrastructure for downtown. Period.
Let's talk about, but Giannis keeps doing this, right? Even before we go down that road, let's just talk about Giannis. You know, basically holding the Bucks for hostage. I'm gonna leave if you don't do this. Well, okay, you didn't like Griffin, the coach that was there before Doc, right? You didn't like Terry Stotts. So whatever happened between Griffin and Terry Stotts, you chose Griffin. All right, that's the one we're gonna take. Then you don't like him really, and then he's out because you fire a coach when I think the Bucks had the second best record in the East, third best record in the league, but you didn't like the coach, so they fired him. Right? You wanted a shooter with you. You like playing with Dame. They went and got Dame. It didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? You wanted these things, they went and got it. Stuff doesn't work out. They traded your best friend to Boston. He ended up winning the championship the next year.
Right.
These things, but this is because you wanted better shooters around you. You wanted this stuff to happen around you. Come on, man. You got to take some responsibility for where the Bucks are currently. You know, you're already getting so many millions of dollars. A large portion of the salary cap is locked up in you. And you got your brothers all sitting on the bench with you because there's the Nasses, there's the other one, two that are in the Bucks organization. Maybe they play for the Herd or something like that. They're bending over backwards for you, and then you're going to scrub everything. That's just childish. We talked about Curry. Curry's been in Golden State all this time, right?
Correct.
They went from winning 4 championships, and even in the midst of winning those championships, there was a low level.
Absolutely.
Where he was hurt, and they had a bunch of injuries, and there was a low level where they barely made the playoffs. They basically made the play-in so that they could be, because there was going to be a time, 2 or 3 years, where he wasn't, if it would have been old school, Curry wouldn't have been in the playoffs.
Right, real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk.
But the league couldn't afford that. So they come up with the play-in, and so they can get him and LeBron still in the playoffs in some form or fashion. Because people have to realize those first play-in games was for LeBron and Curry, your 2 best players in the league, your 2 most visible players, wouldn't have been in the playoffs.
Real talk. We got True Talk text lines are open at 833-212-1017. Rhea, give us an update on the poll. Then we're going to go to Blake, who's holding.
All righty. So on our poll so far, we have 56% sad now, and then 44% happy.
All right. And that poll is, will you be sad or happy if Giannis leaves Milwaukee?
I think we need to add indifferent. Because I think that I ain't gonna be sad.
You know what? I almost did that. I messed up.
No, that's cool. I ain't gonna be sad. I ain't gonna be happy. Okay, he's gone.
In the middle.
Let's start something new. Let's see what else we can build up on here.
So we're gonna go to Blake. Blake, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the conversation and the questions about Giannis. Is he really about to leave Milwaukee with him scrubbing his social media? What's your truth?
Good morning.
Great morning.
Y'all to hear the trigger, man. I had to pull up.
Yeah, you're on.
Hello.
I know. I just had to pull over. I had to pull over, man. But what? To me, I'm happy. It don't matter to me because we got a championship. I got to see that. I got to see Favre get one. I got to see Aaron Rodgers get one. But with me being a former player, I'm tired of him. I've been around these guys. I did 2 seasons with the Bucks, security on the floor, coach the Shadow 2011, 2012, when they had little dude and he came back. Mr. Six, they call him little dude when he went to Detroit. But
Brandon Jennings.
I've been around. Yeah, I've been around the Bucks. I've been around the NFL. I've been around the NBA. They soft. I'm tired of all these rich people. That's how this is a blessing for everybody that's listening on our ears. Like, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't make you happy. So, therefore, me being 54 and the grandfather and the shooting victim, I'm happy to be alive and I'm free and I'm not a snitch. But if something happens, I'm gonna tell it. I'm tired of these cats running around here with all this money and this bread and not doing nothing to where everybody's still struggling. You can't share your own pocket, like in a rap game or whatever. Like with $1 million, I'm not going to give you my secret, but I can give you the recipe. He don't have any 63-point games. He don't have any 70-point games. He don't have no. He just started triple-doubling. So let's not get technical, Dame. I'm just glad you said what you just said because you just took the words out of my mouth. If I was playing, it wouldn't be Giannis, Stephen, or LeBron. They'd just be regular people. So that's my coattail. So I'm just cool that he gave us a ring. You're not supposed to win every year. You're not that good, and if you are, then make it happen.
Right.
Thank you very much for your call, Blake.
He's facts.
Yeah, absolutely. On the True Talk text line, again, 833-212-1017. We definitely want to hear from you. Craig Taylor, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. He said, why do superstars here always turn into Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, divas? Wherever year and off seasons are standing, are they leaving? It's just stupid at this point. Dwayne Holland, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Said, good morning, beautiful people on my radio. And Stacy said, disregard the last text grammar. Was that, man, he's somewhat selfish. Didn't allow Dame to play his game at point guard because he hogs the PO, but 74% of the time he didn't defer to help. So, yeah.
I think players, to answer that question about why sports figures in Wisconsin feel like they can do that, because they think they are the center of our universes. We make them feel that way.
Absolutely.
And that's not a bad thing, that we make them feel welcome. We make them feel at home here. But when it's in these situations, they don't do it in L.A.
Right.
They don't do it in New York. They don't even do it in D.C. In these bigger cities, they're going to get rid of you. They're going to, all right, you cool. We still going to make money.
Yep.
Unless you Kobe Bryant, you know what I'm saying? And even Kobe, they were still going to trade Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There was a time that was going to happen.
Yep.
They were shopping him around. They got rid of Shaq. Shaq was the biggest player in the league at that time.
Absolutely.
Kobe hadn't ascended to that level yet. He was still Shaq's running buddy.
That's right.
But what I say all of that to say, they think they can just, hold. And that's why, as a Milwaukeean, I look at it like halfway disrespectful. Like, you think you just gonna talk to me like this? Like you gonna erase me off of your, like a jilted lover? Like, you just gonna erase me off of your social media? That's how you gonna do me? Come on, man. And we show you too much love.
Yeah. And people have a right to do that because we're vested. You feel what I'm saying? We're mentally and emotionally vested. And it's just like what you said, a bad breakup. Like, you get what I'm saying? Stop saying, well, I'm going to leave. You get what I'm saying? I can understand if it's an abusive relationship. But if people have tried to say, okay, this is what you said you want. Okay, we're going to try to do this. And we tried to do this and we tried to do that. And so the least you could do is be like, okay, look, we just got more work to do. I could respect it more if he said, look, we got more work to do.
We got more work to do.
We got more work to do.
Instead of it always being, I'm about to leave unless y'all do something.
That's right.
I'm about to, Curry never says that. And they, like I said before, they went through their highs, they went through their lows, they had periods where they wasn't winning, this, that, and the other, but you never heard Curry say, I'm out of here.
Yep. And when we come back, as we get ready to wrap this up, we want to talk about the effect that athletes and all of that has on our inner city, as well as like hip hop. Be like, everybody wants to be a sports athlete. They feel like they won't be successful unless they become a sports athlete. We got to take care of some bills, and we'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you just won $5,000!
What would would you do with $5,000?
That's sweet for a couple months.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes. That just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
Y'all holler back at y'all.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent, as an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're black. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. We are inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. And right now, next hour, we got some other interesting conversations that we want to hear from you. And we'll tease you with that when we take our next break. But the Giannis situation, it is weighing heavy on people. Everybody's talking about, they're noticing, he scrubbed everything from his social media pages. Now, and with our poll, will you be sad or happy if Giannis leaves Milwaukee? And the indifferent, like, it don't matter to me either way. The people are kind of split somewhat on that. Some are, the majority right now are saying that they would be sad. But what effect does sports have on our youth, and especially when we're thinking about Milwaukee and in our inner city? And Dane, with you being a mentor for a lot of these young brothers out here, do you see what I often end up seeing, where I want to be an athlete? You know, because they making the money. I want to be a rapper because they got the lavish lifestyle and this, that, and the other. What type of effect do you think that has, where you don't even hear as often as I would love to hear some of our youth, the boys or the girls, saying that, I want to own my own Fortune 500 company. I want to be a doctor. I want to be something that can legally, you get what I'm saying, afford you that lifestyle.
Yeah, it's said.
That you made.
It's said, but it's further down the list. Basketball players or professional athlete is at the top of the list.
And then rappers.
Well, rappers kind of fell off the list. I don't know. None of the kids I mentioned rappers. They all said football or basketball won. One said baseball, which was odd. Threw me off. I was like, okay, baseball.
It's only one other thing that I can think that would be above rappers. There's only one other thing.
What's that?
Content creators.
I had a couple of those.
Creators.
I think rapping, the lifestyle of rapping, people see them dying, people see whatever else happening with rappers. I don't know if I want to do that. And then, it's not as big as it once was, but content creating, that was on everyone's list as well.
I'm telling you.
That was like, because when I say everyone's list, y'all, I got some youth that I mentor, and I asked them, and I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, I asked them what did they want to be when they grew up? What did they want to have as goals and dreams and aspirations? And, obviously number one was some type of professional athlete. I was young, I was black in Milwaukee. That was if somebody would have asked me that at 10 or 11 years old, I would have said the same thing. But then after that, then you get the doctors, the lawyers, the content creators. One of them said they wanted to own a car dealership. One of them wanted to be a anesthesiologist. Then you get the real stuff, right? But why is it that what we're saying, the question we're having here is, why is it that professional athletes continually stay at the top of that list? And it's because of things like this. They see Giannis getting the treatment that Giannis is getting. Not only is he getting millions and millions of dollars, but we're sitting on a radio show where we talk about some of the most, traumatic things that affect our community.
Correct.
But we're talking about Giannis. The news is talking about Giannis because it's important. It's news. It's something we should discuss. There's no denying that. But the attention that it gets, if I'm young, I want that attention too.
That's right.
I want to have that in the backdrop. I want people to be concerned about whether or not I leave or stay in a city. As a young black person, you often feel overlooked, especially in a hyper-segregated Milwaukee. You feel overlooked. So as a young black man in Milwaukee, a young black boy in Milwaukee, I want that. I want to be the center of attention. Right. I want that.
Millicent, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you on our True Talk text page. Said it's so important for children to read. Then they can see what all is available out here in the world. Craig Taylor, great morning again. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, on the other hand, I say trade him while he's in his prime.
Yeah.
We can get more assets now than later and build from that. We're going to go to our True Talk text line. We're talking about Giannis and getting Milwaukee's thoughts and opinion because it's definitely Milwaukee. This is definitely, and some people this will affect a lot deeper than others. And I think a lot of the downtown development and businesses are some of those people, because you're talking about millions of dollars that they feel like they're going to lose if he does decide to go. James, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the conversation about Giannis perhaps leaving Milwaukee. What's your truth?
Well, I'll say, like you, I trade him right now while I was in his prime. They should have been traded him because Giannis is good. He's a good player. Don't take that away from him. But in crunch time, he can't come through for us. That man ain't hitting no closeout jump shots. He ain't hitting no free throws. Teams look for him to be at the end of the game so they can foul him so they can get the ball back. So, it's like, and then like you said, he's hogging the ball all the time. Where he going to go where he got the freedoms that he has in Milwaukee to do what he's doing? I don't see no many teams that they can really shop him to with his talents, like I say, in closing out games, which he is not a good closer. I don't know where they're going to send him to. He's a good, like I say, he's a good player. We can get some pieces for him, which I thought we should have done maybe a couple of years ago. I don't know what's going to, like I say, he get issued, instigated to trade for, to get the coach out of it that he asked for. Then when they bring in Doc and things ain't been working well with him and Doc, and now he's crying like a baby. So I don't know. I say get rid of him. That's all I have to say about it.
All right, thank you very much, James and Truth Nation. Again, we're about we're about to go black to our Truth Talk text lines 833-212-1017 to get our Truth Nation's thoughts and opinions, because, again, your thoughts and your opinions matter. Whether we agree or disagree, just like, me and Dane, there are things that we agree on, there's things that we disagree on, but we have a voice. And here you have a voice, and we want you to be able to utilize that before we go into the next hour. So we got Ron. Ron, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation with Giannis. What's your truth?
Thanks for taking my call, y'all. Listen, the writing was on the wall when Giannis, before Doc got hired, and they was putting his brother on the bench and talking about taking him to the G League, and then Giannis didn't want to sign with Adidas unless his brother got a sneaker. See, the power that the players got today is too much, where they can tell the owners of these leagues, especially small franchises like Bucks, that they pretty much run the organization, and I'll take my ball and go home. But with that last caller, I didn't like that he was kind of trying to downplay Giannis and basically saying he's not a closer, where he's going to go and all that, man. You know how many people going to grab Giannis if he decides to jump the ship? That man's listed 50 piece. Remember, he dropped 50 in the game, and it was a playoff and everything, so I'm not with downplaying Giannis. But at the same time, I don't think players should have that much power to make franchises get down on their knee, have your brother play, who's a scrub. The Nats is nothing but a cow-waving cheerleader.
All right. Thank you very much. We're going to go to the caller. It's abrupt.
Rhea, you cut him off when he's trying to talk about the...
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to the...
Good morning, home.
Yeah, great morning. Love you, appreciate you, the caller. Rhea said...
Love you back.
She had enough, Ron.
She had enough the Nass's talk.
Giannis, you hear the situation. What's your truth, caller?
I did. My truth is, as both you and I, Kurt Golders, we know probably 50 guys who were talented enough basketball players to play in the NBA, but at that time, when we were there, scouts weren't coming to Milwaukee.
That's right.
And the legacy of basketball in Milwaukee and in the NBA, for example, there's only been 5,000 men who have set foot on an NBA floor. Thanasis is one of them. And so anybody who's talking about what he is or is not, he was actually in the NBA, should do their homework. He was in the NBA before Giannis. So he's in his own right a really good basketball player. And as you know, to be a good high school player, particularly in a city like Milwaukee, takes a lot of hard work. And it is nearly professional basketball when you watch it with the eye test. And so many of the kids that we're talking about, like our former classmates, myself, I'm a Washington Letterman, our aspirations started in places like Beckham Stapleton Little League or in a program like Dame has, and it starts with sports. That's the first thing we do on our own as, emerging adolescents. And so these guys like Giannis or Dr. J or Jordan were our heroes. And you get a chance to see the uniqueness of that talent, which many times leads these kids and people like myself to higher education, where you go into other vocations.
Yeah. We thank you for your call. We're up against a break. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. And although we were going to transition, we want to hear from Truth Nation. So we still have Brian, I see you. We got to take care of some bills, but we will come back in the 8 o'clock hour, and we will continue this discussion. You want to give your truth? We want to hear your truth. We got to take care of some bills. We'll be black.
Come in with straight truth.
Everything got a message. I'll say this. Y'all can't be tired if y'all still messing with the negative energy. Every day I get on and say, the power of the tongue. Impulsive negative thoughts, reacting. And these kids watching you reacting all wild and crazy. The programming you watching on TV. The music. Now, like Security Mike said, it's popular to pop somebody. It's popular now. And these kids they coming back to somebody's house. They coming to eat a meal at somebody's house. They hanging out with somebody in the neighborhood who got a house, who paying the rent. They hanging out with you. They may be your relative. They may be your buddy. That social acceptance is there. Understand what I'm saying? So when we really tired, we gonna cut it off. We gonna stop it.
Tune in to all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows all day, every day by downloading the Truth app. Where strong voices meet strong opinions.
The district had as a whole was 59.5. That was awful. It was bad. But it is not just the MPS story. It is a story for the city of Milwaukee when you talk about some of these schools. So when we talk about the state of education, we just can't always talk about MPS. We got to talk about Milwaukee as a whole and why there are so many failing schools in Milwaukee. But we bash MPS, understand it is beyond MPS. MPS just has to educate your kids. But I love the fact that we have a new superintendent that is acknowledging that these scores are not good enough. I love the level of accountability. Casellia said in response to the results, she said, we need to grow more and faster to truly meet and exceed the expectations that our families and community have for us and the expectations we have for each other as educators. Our new literacy plan is the first step towards a stronger growth. And I love it.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from 12 to 1, streaming live on YouTube and on 1017 The Truth.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
Join the movement. Listen to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Check it out one time.
Great morning, Truth Nation. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. If you are listening to us on your way to work and you were supposed to be there at 8 a.m., you are late. You will probably get a memo that you were late. You will be clocking in, punching in late because, and if you haven't provided the information of there's an accident on the freeway or, you probably, you late. So we're getting ready to kind of wrap this up, but we still wanted to hear from you, Truth Nation. And the poll ended up with, will you be sad or happy if Giannis leaves Milwaukee? And surprisingly, 55% said they would be sad, and 45% said they would be happy.
I don't know if we're wrapping it up, but I think it's more so we transitioning.
Yeah.
Showing the other side of it.
Well, I think that Brian, we want to get your comments. Brian, great morning. Love you, appreciate you on the Truth Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. You hear the conversation. What's your truth on Giannis?
My truth is, anytime you have an athlete that starts feeling himself at this point, it's time to let him go right away. I think what we could do, if we want to win a championship, we could do a three-player swap for Giannis. We could get Seth Curry, we could get Pascal Siakam, and Jaylen Brown from Boston. We could win a championship this year. But the time to trade him is now. Now, not even trade him and both his brothers and get those three players, and we're going to a championship. Boston don't want Jaylen Brown no more. Siakam, you can get him cheap, and he's a great ball player. Seth is hungry. He want to be like his brother. That's what we need. We need hungry players who know their role.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Brian. Appreciate your truth on Truth in the Morning.
I don't know if that lineup is going to get us a championship. It may get us some wins and up in the playoffs, but I don't know if Pascal And Jalen can't even go left. Jaylen Brown can't even go left. Brian, you know that. And Seth he ain't his brother. He's a good shooter. He ain't his brother though.
I listen, Truth Nation is speaking, and we're listening. We got Deja on the Truth Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Great morning, Deja. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation on Giannis potentially leaving or maybe leaving us, but he hasn't said it in direct terms, but all implications lead to it. What's your truth?
So first off, blessed day to you, Homer Blow. How you doing?
Bless.
If anything to me, I don't think he should. I want him to stay, and it's because Giannis gave Milwaukee something back, and it wasn't like our dignity, but he gave us something to cheer for. Especially when we won the 2021 championship. I understand that was 4 years ago now, and we haven't won one since. But if anything to me, I feel like he's the LeBron of Milwaukee. He's our star player. He has done amazing things to literally look at Milwaukee because of him. Not because of him, but shoot. I'm saying in a sense, yes, he's our token, but at the same time, it's Giannis is a good player, period. Having him leave Milwaukee because we want to win another championship, I don't know. I just feel like that's just us paying attention to getting the rings rather than paying attention to what that means for Milwaukee. So that's just my take.
Well, thank you very much,
doing that, though. And thank you for the call. But that's him. We cool. We okay, let's play ball. That's him. He scrubbed us from his Instagram and his social medias. We didn't scrub, we're not scrubbing Giannis get Giannis out of here. No, he's telling us he want to go. So our question is, if he want to go, do we let him go?
Yeah.
I'm not going to, if he wants to stay, let's get it. If you don't.
Well, it's Jay Morant, you get what I'm saying? They're saying that he might be playing crazy because he wants to be traded from the Grizzlies.
He's not even, John Morant is, I saw a game, and that's what I'm saying. At least Giannis doesn't do that.
Right.
He doesn't take it to the court. He's always going to give his all on the court. Some players that go to the court, I saw John Morant just disappear for the whole second half of a game. Passed up shots. And
yes,
then
sir.
Said, go talk to the coaching staff.
Yep.
Now, Giannis would never do that.
Right.
He's
Absolutely.
never that childish. But listen, y'all, I want y'all to understand the amount of investment that we have given to the Bucks organization and in turn to Giannis, because the money they generate, they can give to him. When they built the Fiserv, it was $500 million, y'all. And half of that money came from the public. That came from us. That came from our taxes, and $100 million came from Herb Cole, and $150 million came from the new team owners at the time. So we have invested heavily into this Bucks organization. We have given them a lot of public money. We continue to give them a lot of public subsidies to do stuff and to make they're getting this other little small arena next to the Fiserv where they can do shows and stuff. Unfortunately, we kind of subsidize that. You know what I'm saying? So there's all of this stuff going on that we are subsidizing, and we're giving the Bucks all of this. My thing is we give too much and put too much on professional sports. I love them. I love athletes. I love Pauls. I love the fact that they can, bring attention to a city. They can raise the morale in the city just by hitting a shot, just by hitting a ball, just by catching a ball, right? They can do that. But at the same time, are we further adding on to the misconception that that's all that these cities that we have to offer? Yeah. That if it is my contention that if we gave that same type of investment to, we were talking earlier, if we gave that same type of investment to different organizations throughout the city, what could happen if we would have given $250 million to, say, Office of Community Wellness? What would have happened if we would have given $250 million to the Dream Team? What would have happened if we would have given those same type of resources to something on the other side of Pleasant, the other side of Elite? What would have happened? Would we be dealing with the stuff that we're dealing with now? people often say, okay, because if we don't have that NBA team down there, then we're going to be dealing with, a black hole, and we're going to be dealing with no revenue. Well, we're not seeing it no way.
Mm-hmm.
So the people that you're complaining about, that are doing the crimes, that are doing the things that you're complaining about, we're not seeing none of this money. So don't use us to say this is the need and this is why no, you want to help us break off the bread for these organizations that are doing the work in the community.
Absolutely. The thing is, when we talk about, because this is an important fact, in my opinion, that we're talking about the crime that is happening in the city of Milwaukee. One thing about investors and business people, they don't want to come and invest in a place that is high in crime, has had homicides downtown,
right.
And in different places that they may be looking at trying to invest in. So, in my opinion, it shows how important that this problem is attacked not only from a downtown perspective, because unfortunately it's been going on in the inner city. So again, we're talking about root causes of things and some of these situations. If we give these organizations that this is what they have dedicated their lives to doing, this is their passion, they want to end up helping. They are from these communities. They live in these communities, and they have a better chance of reaching a lot of people in our communities. And they should be funded.
Yeah.
And when you see what I would say frivolous spending on some things, but like, oh, this program or this thing got, just gave them $6 million. Like, do you understand that the work that these organizations are doing, even, the Office of Community Wellness and Safety, the 414 Life, Conforce, MKE Peacekeepers, Cream City, Credible Messengers, all of these different entities, like, if they are properly funded, like out of like $6 million or something like that, if these organizations, that would definitely help with quelling some of this violence. I truly believe it. And if you can only do, it's like taking scraps, but trying to still provide the best possible service in the world.
Yeah,
it gets hard, and you're like, look, if something happens to me, then what happens to my family? What happens to my children? Come on, like help me. If we're telling you that these are things that we need to try to get to that, and it will help curb these numbers, we will be able to see. But unless they get the full money that they need, in my opinion, we're not going to be able to see what the real results will look like.
Look, they think a lot of, like what you were saying is absolutely true about corporations, about those that we're trying to get to relocate here, and those that we are trying to get to. The number one thing that they're dealing with is crime and things like that. How is the crime in that area? How is this happening in that area? What are the cultural things that my employees can enjoy in this area? Basketball is top of the list, right? It's on the list, but it's not the only thing on the list. And when you look at what I just said, out of the $500 million, 250 came from public funds, 47 million, and you could say, well, that was public, that was county, this. Okay, yeah, that was state. 23 million came from state. 47 million came straight from the city, right, during that time. So what happens if we reinvest that money into the community? Because I've done research on papers where it's been shown that when you invest in the community, what you're trying to get when you're investing in these professional sports and all of that, what you're trying to get, you can get back tenfold just from investing in the community and having the community rise up to a level where now the corporations want to come to this area. They want to be a part of this area. They want to be a part of this growth. I guarantee you in Baltimore, that's what they're seeing now. And Baltimore's on the harbor. It's a great place to be. Crime is going down. The youth are involved. There's a change in culture. I guarantee you That's what's happening there.
Yep. And we'll be speaking a little bit more about that when we return from break. Al, we see you talking about the community organizations and held up with admin exec salaries. We'll get your truth after we take care of these bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with
MC Dame Elzy in the building.
We'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Hey, Truth Nation, it's your girl DT from The Truth Unfiltered with DT and Dr. Ken Harris. Now listen, at a critical time, through the Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, Old National Bank provided the resources I needed to sustain my business. Now the process had its challenges, but I was supported, and it was also an invaluable learning experience for future ventures. I am so grateful for the support that helped my business thrive. Old National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to approval.
There's a holiday gift out there that everyone loves. It's compact, tasty, and one size fits all. It's a Cousin Subs gift card. Make your life a little easier. Give your friends and family a better gift this holiday season. Purchase $30 in gift cards today at your favorite Cousin Subs location and receive a certificate for a free 7.5-inch sub. Oh man, that's the gift that keeps on giving. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
If you've been injured, let our team help get you back in the game. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Bucks. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, we're black, and we're going to the Truth Talk text lines at 833-212-1017. We thank you, Al from Sherman Park, for holding over with us during the break. We're here talking about community organizations and help with admin, exec salaries, and things of that nature. What is your truth?
Hey, how you doing? Homer LZ.
Bless.
Thank you. 8 years I worked in homelessness and hunger, and at the end of every year, it came down to needs versus wants. And so I would get offered all this new equipment, and I'd be turning it down like, I do not need a new freezer. I just had one 5 years ago. Okay, I will use the old equipment. Why don't you take that money and buy food vouchers for our hungry people, or buy clothing, or what have you? And we have too many organizations duplicating services, and what they do at the end of the year, they try to flush out all this money so that they can get the same amount next year, because I guess if they don't use it, they lose it, but it becomes wasteful. And I really like to see when the money comes through the organizations, get out to the people, not get held up in executive salaries, new equipment when you don't need it. You don't need a new desk every 2 years. You know, it gets wasteful, and that's what I saw from the inside.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your call. Again, Truth Nation, it's a reality. you know, it is a reality. Now, we're seeing where some of the same things that we talk about often are being implemented in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's working.
It's working. We talk about it all the time. It's been working. It's working. Rhea, you got that clip?
Yeah, we got a clip that we want to end up playing for this. Rhea? Okay, it's all good. It's all good.
Listen, y'all. We're talking about the Bucks. We're talking about Giannis. We're talking about a young man who I'm proud of, who makes $300-something million. The Bucks make $300-something million a year, and we're giving them money. We're so worried about this. Well, I think we got some other things that we need to be more concerned about. And in this clip, you'll hear what we're talking about. Play that for us.
Homicides are down 60% over 3 years. They're down by historic numbers. I wondered if some of the members of Safe Streets could talk about what they see is changing, what's working, what is going on in the city that's helping drive this.
I know there's a lot that is going on that is a part of this change. But the biggest thing that I've noticed is that there's being a shift in the culture. Our communities follow the culture. And for years and years, most of my life, I'm 27 years old, the culture in Baltimore was violence. It was accepted. Nobody turned a blind eye. 6 or 7 people could be murdered at a gas station, and it would be a 30-second clip on the news. It just became a part of our culture. What I have noticed working for Safe Streets and just being in the community the last couple years is that that culture is changing. And that is because not just Safe Streets alone, but the entire ecosystem is working to change the mindsets of the residents of our communities. What I mean by that is, as we all know, everybody in Orange, you've heard us say it a billion times, violence is a disease. So because we are caring for it as if these people are sick, we are putting them into remission, we are constantly treating them, we're changing the mindset that it's okay. Now they understand that what I'm used to, with the culture I grew up in, is an issue, and I have to change it. Once that mindset is changed, it is contagious, just like the disease is. It bounces from the next person to the next person to the next house to the next house to the next neighborhood, and hopefully to the next city. We want to take it countrywide.
Yeah.
And that, look at the mayor just standing next to her, and that's what I'm talking about. First of all, congratulations to that young woman. She's 27. She mentioned it there, and she sounds like she's doing a great, powerful job.
Absolutely.
out there. Wonderful job. But in that scene, what you see is a mayor who has dived completely into all of the things we talk about, all of the issues that we explain that are taking place in Milwaukee. They got them in Baltimore. They got them worse in Baltimore, I would say. But because they have a power structure that has backed this up with the resources. So again, how are we comparing this to the Bucks? Well, like I said, back when the Bucks needed that money, we gave them $47 million straight from the city, $250 million from the state, right? Are we giving that same type of resources to those that can better our community? Because we said we did that, right? Because of the economic impact that it could have on our city. Mostly downtown. We say it's going to affect other parts of the areas. Oh, they're going to get jobs. They're going to work downtown. Well, how many of us do you see really working downtown in the front-facing jobs? Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really helping us in that regard. But research has also shown if you want to really help the economics of your city, then you have to help the least in your city become greater, so that when companies and corporations come to your city and they say, oh, this is what's happening over here, there's been a resurgence of pride on the north side. There's been a resurgence of pride on the near south side, and it is showing throughout the community, That's where I want to invest my money. That's where I want to be. You can have the most winningest team in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But if everything else around that isn't effective and growing, then you just got that donut, right?
Yep.
You call it the donut. You got the donut where the donut has the middle of the whole of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's downtown. That's getting everything. We on the outskirts. We the donut. We not getting nothing.
Right.
We can't get our streets fixed. We can't get the streets plowed properly. Well, this time they did an all right job. I ain't mad at them. Shout out to my DPW people. Shout out to Danielle and them over there. Y'all did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to throw y'all under the bus. Everybody else can get thrown under the bus. Not my DPW people. They're my people. But anyway, we got resources then to give away because we were so scared of the Bucks leaving. Well, let them go. Let Giannis go. Let the Bucks go. Use that money to invest in your true resource, which is the people, and allow the people to prosper and grow. And then once they grow, then everything you want. All those things you're dreaming of. You're dreaming of raising the population. You're dreaming of doing this and doing that. So you build a bunch of apartments. You just thinking that's going to bring people here. No. People move place because the schools are good.
Yep.
And the crime is down. What they doing in Baltimore? They're raising their level of education and they're lowering their crime rate. People are going to move there.
Absolutely. I mean, it's an exciting time. And it's what, so just like we've had people going to, like, I look at them like Meccas, people going to Arizona, people going to Texas, people going to Carolina, people going to different places. It's like when people retire, they're like, I'm going to Florida. You know what I'm saying? And we have to create that environment. And I think that when people know, and we have to deal with situations where property taxes are going up and assessments and all of that. But if people know that the crime and the different things that we are dealing with are on a downward trend, and in some areas, and we have to, I have to acknowledge this, in some areas you see the actual reports from MPD showing declines in certain areas as it relates to crime from previous years. I think that what ends up happening, though, is when you do still hear about other crimes or another homicide or another shooting or something like that, it just takes you like, they ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing. It's just like our violence interrupters. It's just like the Office of Community Wellness and Safety, 414 Life, and Credible Messengers, Peacekeepers, all of those organizations that are doing the different things that they are doing. We have to understand that those numbers would be even greater if they weren't out there doing what they're doing.
Listen.
And that's why we have to, in my opinion, invest more.
You're right.
To bring those numbers down.
You're absolutely right. And when you talk about it, like Danelle and Melody just got an award from Greater Milwaukee Foundation for the work that they do in Metcalf Park. Metcalf Park had high crime, had all of this stuff. A large portion of the 15th district, which I used to work for, is, and I helped usher towards that, is that you have these organizations that we would make sure got funded. We would make sure they had our ear. We would make sure they had an open door policy with us, right? They can always come. They have my cell phone number. They can always call Dame and be like, Dame, I need this, woo, woo, woo.
Right.
You're going to get it. And in doing that, you give them access to the levers of government. And in doing that, you embolden them. And in emboldening those organizations, you give them power in that area, right? So now they can spread that goodwill. They can spread that information, and they can do that change of culturing like this young lady was talking about in that snippet. They can do that. We need to have that same type of mentality citywide. You know what I'm saying? And right now, I don't think we have it. In Baltimore, and I keep talking about it, we keep talking about it, Baltimore is if you go to Baltimore, it's like Milwaukee. It feels like Milwaukee. Oakland, like Milwaukee, felt like Milwaukee. They turn things around because they do things that involve the community, and they make That's the focus.
We got to get ready to take care of some bills. B. Bruce, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Said they got billboards all over Baltimore inner city telling the folks to be better and stop drill music. Why can't Adam Purcell do the same thing here in the Mill? Because it takes money. But there are some things that are going to be coming down the line on buses and billboards.
Hold on, break it down on the other side of the...
Will be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Host an unforgettable outing and create special memories with your crew at a Milwaukee Bucks game. Groups of 10 or more can score ticket savings, block seating, and take part in special activities on game days. Showcase your team's talents on center court, score a high five from the pros, and more. There are great options for groups of all sizes. Start planning your ultimate Bucks basketball game day experience today at bucks.com/groups. That's bucks.com/groups.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
I want you to really stress the importance of having an ethnically diverse blood supply. But I guess, what do you say to people that, for whatever reason, are apprehensive about giving blood?
It's not by accident that we are building this fixed donation site right in the heart of this Halyard Park, Harambe neighborhood. And to your point, our black and brown donors probably represents the smallest demographic in our donor base. That's attributed to multiple reasons. For those of us that understand the history, there is a lot of underlying mistrust of the healthcare system. And quite frankly, there's already challenges with how busy people are, how accessible they are to even know where to go to donate blood. And let's face it, a lot of folks are scared of needles, right? But when they get through all of that, the importance, I think, is a heavier burden on our black and brown communities, because there are a lot of different blood diseases that require what I'll call more of a match in blood that only comes from people of similar ethnicities. Something that's specific to our black donors and patients is something that I think your listeners are very familiar with: sickle cell disease. The only therapy that get them through their day-to-day life is blood transfusions. And it's not just what I'll call average or normal blood type or blood transfusion. It's actually a specific blood with a specific type called RO blood. And this RO blood typically only comes from people of African descent and Hispanic descent. And so that's why it's so important that our donor base is diverse, so that it helps our ethnically diverse patient population.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
We're seeing delays southbound on 43, just south of Silver Spring, all the way down to Locust. Northbound's backing up from about North Avenue up to Locust. Westbound 94, heavy from 27th Street to Holly Road. Eastbound from just before 84th Street to about Holly Road. Southbound 41, heavy from Good Hope Road down to Capitol Drive. Northbound, you got backups from Mayfair Road all the way up past Burleigh. Back on the brakes north of Capitol Drive up to Silver Spring. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Lingering flurries, mostly cloudy, a high of 31 tonight. Gradual clearing, frigid, but with a low of 2 above. Wind chills 5 below to 15 below. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Tune in to The Truth this Saturday at 11:30 a.m. for another episode of Forward Together for Kids, presented by City Forward Collective, hosted by Kyle Wallace and Colestin Morgan Jr., Executive Director at City Forward Collective. They will be joined by Dr. Kadeem Ruiz of Rocket Ship Schools and Patrick Landry of Notre Dame Schools of Milwaukee, where they will provide firsthand insight into what's working in their schools and how they're improving student outcome. Again, That is Forward Together for Kids this Saturday at 11:30 a.m. and Sunday at 2:30 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. We're black. Great morning to you, Truth Nation. Truth in the Morning, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
And, you know, that's kind of like what we're talking about, and you'll be able to get some insight on this Saturday at 11:30 a.m., where we're talking about how they're changing and improving student outcome in the schools. It's things like that that need to be invested in, and that's where MPS, new MPS superintendent, you know, Brenda can, you know, she can utilize that. She came in and she realized, and when we had our Truth Summit 2025, which was awesome, it was awesome to hear her, you know, admit the struggles that she's dealing with, but she's committed to making the necessary changes, and she wants to work with the community. She wants to work with the parents. She wants to work with the students because it's going to be a collaborative effort.
Right.
And when people get the understanding of that, I think we can begin to see better outcomes.
Yeah.
And that's why even when I talk about law enforcement, if we're not helping to do our part, but yet we want crime to go down, but you don't want to say what you saw, you don't want to give any information, it's hard for them to say, okay, well, we're just going to arrest everybody, because if they start arresting everybody, people going to have a problem.
Yeah.
So we have to do our part to work with all of the entities. So when our superintendent of MPS ends up saying, hey, parents, you know, this is what we need from you. We need you to do this more. We need you to do that more. We have to do that. And if we are not doing it, then I think we need to be quiet with the complaints that you're having, because you have a chance to get with somebody who's concerned, who wants to know what are some things that we need to do better, not could do better, that we need to do better. And if you don't capitalize on that and take advantage of that, then you are part of the problem, not a part of the solution, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's I agree. I agree with that. I think in this instance, when we're talking about going from, you know, talking about all the money that was spent and all the resources that was given to the Bucks and professional teams in general in major cities, that, and when you have that same type of attention and interest and resources poured into other things, and that's what we're seeing. We keep talking about Baltimore, y'all, but that's the subject. And because I remember when Baltimore was the ass end of a lot of jokes when it came to crime, when it came to neighborhoods. You had The Wire, you had a bunch of other shows based in Baltimore that showed that other side of Baltimore, and then you have this young black man who rises. The people get fed up with it. They get tired of it. They elect this young black brother to come in there and to change it around, and he actually does it. You know, we need that type of investment from the people here. We need that type of showing towards our communities here. And if we don't get it, we're still stuck in the same cycle, because you're going to keep pouring money into the hole of the donut, keep pouring money into that, thinking that's going to trickle out, or the waves of that you pour into that will affect those outside of downtown. And that repeatedly doesn't happen.
Right.
Every time they do something for downtown, they tell us, oh, this is going to be, we need this, or this city's going to die. It's not going to die.
Right.
Milwaukee's not going to die, because Baltimore would have been dead already.
Absolutely. And when we talk about, money for things, and as I said, B. Bruce was talking about billboards, when Quinn called in, he said that we are going to be seeing some billboards, with 414 life
buses and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Right.
so that is coming, and that type of messaging is coming. But again, you obviously need to be funded. We're talking about a person that was chosen, and of course, that the way that it went down, we were like, "Hold on, what the hell? Who is this?" and all of that. But after being appointed, you get what I'm saying, and put into that position, he didn't even have an office.
So
he didn't have business cards. And I think that when we're talking about that, it's like, okay, well, here's where, so it's like you work where you're going to work from until we figure it out. If you bring me in, you got to give me the tools that I need. And especially if you really have your faith and trust in me that I am the person for the job, you got to help me to help you.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? So those are things that I thought was no-brainers. Like when he said, like, I don't have an office yet.
That's crazy.
I know they just opened up a facility now on South 13th Street here in Milwaukee, but just to know that, you're introduced and you ain't got no business cards, you ain't got, some of the things that should have been,
But doesn't that just show though the level of commitment that is happening? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that commitment may need to be raised. I don't know all of the inner workings of the Office of Community Wellness. I can't explain to you how it goes down, how their money moves throughout that organization or the money that they get to that organization. But I can tell you, if you don't have an office, that looks bad.
Yeah.
And you trying to save the community, but you don't have an office. So that just shows the level of commitment and support to that. And oftentimes I often talk about it, and I'll say it again. We create these programs. We come up with these programs that may be excellent on paper and make us look good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then we don't fund it. We don't give it the proper push that it needs. It's like having the best rap album in the world. But if you can't get it on the radio, if you can't get it in the clubs, if you can't get it on the DJ, that takes resources, that takes support,
Mm-hmm.
And in Baltimore, they got a street team, they got resources, they got support. They hit record is being heard all over the world right now.
That's right.
When a lot of those ideas that they're using started here
in the blueprint,
in the blueprint, right? We had them first.
Mm-hmm.
But we just didn't put the resources behind it to make it successful like they doing out there. So we could say, oh, we got that. Well, why ain't it working?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What are we doing differently?
Right.
The difference is, in my opinion, is the push that organization and those resources that are going to those places.
I think that an important thing that the city of Milwaukee can do, and I don't think as a taxpayer or whatever, I know I wouldn't be upset with it if it happened and if it ended up coming off of us, to invite the mayor of Baltimore to come speak in Milwaukee and allow our citizens and residents of Milwaukee to go and hear the things that he's doing and is working, and allow people to ask questions and then be able to pivot that and say why the people in I'm saying us as residents and citizens say, well, why aren't we doing that here? And especially when you hear that it was initiated like this, most of the blueprint that is being implemented in Baltimore was brought out of a blueprint that was here in Milwaukee.
Making crime a disease, making violence a disease. All of that started, thought process started here.
Yeah, I think that would be so dope because a lot of people will understand. Like, he can break down, which he has news clips and videos of him breaking down how this works and why he does this and how he's doing that. And to let the people really just be there in the space to hear him talking about this and how important it is for us as citizens of Milwaukee to do our part. He can end up breaking down how now everything that I'm doing and all of the successes that we are able to boast upon, if our citizens of Baltimore weren't doing their part, then it wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And let the people of Milwaukee know how important it is that you help them to help you. You know what I mean? Help me to help you. So help in those areas of what he had to have done in order to make these things so successful. And now a lot of people are jealous.
Like they said in that Instagram piece, is that it was a change in the culture of Baltimore. They even in that, they didn't take the credit. They just said it was a change in the culture of Baltimore that they spearheaded, but allowed that change to grow. And once that happens, it goes all over the place. We don't have anyone here spearheading that. We don't have anyone driving home that change in culture, and that starts at the top.
And that puts the pressure on. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown Milwaukee at the Avenue. We'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
I'm going to say something. I'm a conservative, as you know. I might not agree with you all the time, but even when I don't agree with you, you crack me up. And the other guy, he just pretend conservative all day. And you do make me think. But when you do better than anyone, you think on your feet.
Now that was a compliment coming from somebody who is as Trump-loving as he is, that can appreciate what we do here.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
If better sleep has been hard to come by, you're not alone, and the right mattress can make all the difference. That's why Helix Sleep and Steinhoffels have teamed up to bring their award-winning mattresses to Steinhoffels. Now you can try Helix in person, something you can't just do anywhere. Right now, Steinhoffels is offering 20% off all Helix mattress orders just for our Truth Nation listeners. Head to steinhoffels.com to learn more today. Helix Sleep at Steinhoffels. Better sleep starts now.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wisconsin winters can be tough, and so are higher energy bills. The Community Advocates Milwaukee County Energy Assistance Program is ready to help you. Eligible Milwaukee County residents can receive help with their energy bills and weatherization benefits to keep you warm and help you manage your heating and electric bills. Schedule your personal appointment at keepwarmmke.org or call 414-270-4653. For more details about locations and hours of operation, go to communityadvocates.net. This program is administered by the State of Wisconsin Department of Administration.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
We're black. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Yeah, we're talking about progress, really, when you think about it. Like, we need to be moving forward. And even when you're talking about people who are investing in our city and in our community, we need to see that. Like, we hear about it, but we're not seeing it.
We're not seeing it. Lorante Oh, LeBron Taylor. My bad. I messed that all up. LeBron Taylor, 1976. Money was not just given to the Bucks. Money was invested. The city and state have seen a return on their investment. Before money is invested in any program, will there be a return on investment? Yes. The absolute question. I think you can't defend. I'm not mad the Bucks getting their money. I'm not mad at that, but I'm saying what I'm also saying is that same sort of level of investment needs to be done where it benefits the community. Where we have seen over and over again that when that type of resource and that type of investment is taking place, it gets its return. When you are giving the right people money, when you aren't throwing money to poverty pimps or poor righteous teachers that really ain't teaching, when you're giving the right people money, we know who the right people are. When you're giving the right organizations the money, when you're doing the things that need to be done. And how do you know which organizations are the right organizations? How do you know which things are the right things to do? Because you in these streets.
That's right.
You finding out for yourself. And in Baltimore, they have a mayor who seems to be, I don't know this dude personally, but seems to be connected to the streets. And by that, I don't mean like he's talking about crime.
That's right.
I'm saying when I say in the streets, I mean you there. People have access to you. And it goes back to what I was talking about earlier, is that people had access to us. You have access to me. You have my cell phone number. You see my car someplace. You can walk up on me. I know you. You know me. I don't know if that's the same case in our city. Who is that person in the mayor's office that can go out and people be like, oh, that's you know what I mean? That's I know Marcy was doing it for a minute, then she went over to the police department. Who's that person? You know what I'm saying? That you can be like, that's my. I know the county supervisor has a person like that. We know him. We know the glue. Who's that? Who is that person over here that we can go to that can be that access to the community? And that's an issue. That's a problem. That shows a disconnect, because I'm sure they have that same person connected to the business world, that same person connected to downtown, right? They have that person. So where are the resources and the connection to those that are doing the work so that we can get what we want to happen? And like I said, you want to get investment in the community. You want to get people, developers, to come and do this and do that. You want to get more jobs. You want to raise the population. You want to do all these things. But the one way that you do that is creating a community that seems inviting. And right now, we don't have a community that appears to be inviting. Right? It's not a community that if you're outside, like I'm inside, I love it. I'm inside. I know it. I know what it's like. I know the people that are here. I know the good that is here, that is present. But if you're on the outside looking in, you don't know that. Yeah. You don't see that.
Well, I want to just from my perspective, I shout out to MPD Chief Jeffrey Norman and all of his people. The community outreach is they out here. To our sheriff, Dr. Danita R. Ball, the community engagement out here, the deputies and all of that, they are out here. The mayor does attend a lot of events. I will say that. Even if some people may not know the names of some of the other people, one thing that I can say that I have seen in a lot of different areas in the community is the mayor will show up. The mayor will show up. He
I don't care
showed
if
up.
there.
Well,
put some money there. Just being there. Again. What do you? Come on, Homer.
Well, listen. To me, again, being there then gives the community access to him, and I've seen him. You
can be in the middle of the street and still not have access to somebody.
Hey, listen,
but I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm speaking on what I know.
I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm speaking on what I know, and that I can stand on. I can stand on the fact of seeing. All of the people that I have named, man, out here, trying to be social with the people that they are serving. I've seen it. Now, there's other people who say, I ain't seen it. I get it. And if that is your experience, I understand, and I can't argue with that.
I'm not saying that I haven't seen it, but I'm saying just being there and being at an event or showing up, shaking some hands, or doing this and doing that is way different than what we're seeing in these other cities where they're actually involving themselves and pushing the resources to make something happen. I don't give a damn if you come and shake my hand.
Well,
I don't care. Shake my hand all you want to.
But they're listening.
But shake my hand all you want to, but come to my community and show some resources to my community. I'm tired of people coming to my door asking for me to support them. I hear this all the time.
Yeah.
At my former job, I heard this all the time. When we wanted our vote, he was at our door, this, that, and the other. Then I explain to them all of the things that we've done. Boom, they shut up. When they say that to some of these other people, what can they say in return? What have you done? Where is it? You built some apartments? You built a library? Cool. But where are the resources for the people that are getting this stuff done? We have where are we seeing the return on our investment, like the person said?
Well, you know, and I hear you. Like I say, we have somewhat opposing views on that, and you know, I'll stand on mine. I know you're standing on yours, but a lot of the people with some of the things, and when they're making decisions on, even we've seen it with the fire department. You feel what I'm saying? We've seen it with the MPD budget. We see it in different areas. A lot of people want a lot of stuff, and a lot of people don't understand that there's things that have been snipped, cut, had to be downgraded because the money. Where is the money? People don't want to have to pay higher taxes, even though they want these things to happen. They want to see different things in the community. But the money has to come from somewhere. So people can't act like, well, some people will, that it's coming from like his personal pocket. You get what I'm saying? This is going to have to come from the city of Milwaukee.
That's why I'm saying.
And we're going to have to make some sacrifices
that's what I'm
in
saying.
order to do what we need to do.
In that position, you have the control over the budget. You say where the money's going to go. You have that control. You have that ability to. That's why we need a regime change where somebody's at the end of that hall who has a community focus, because now they can look at the budget and they can say, instead of putting money here, I'm going to put money here. I understand it's a finite amount of money, but when they need money for something they want to do, they always seem to find it. And I have 26 years of experience of them always finding some money when it's something they want to do.
Hey, I know your insight. It's definitely different from mine.
But
you inside, right. So you know
when it's something I used to be, but not as much. But when it's something that they want to do, when it's something that needs to be done for the community, then there's all of these hurdles. There's all of this. There's all of this pushback. But when it's something that they want to do that benefits downtown and benefits those that benefit most from downtown, that money just magically appears.
Oh yeah, I mean I will not disagree with that at all.
We know the city's in a budget crunch, but when they need something,
there's no argument or debate on that at all.
Voila,
right?
Here goes some money.
I get it. What's your truth?
But when your man Purcell needs an office, it's voila, nothing.
Is that your finishing thought?
My finishing touch is, y'all, we have to invest in the things that we want to see to benefit us. We're talking about Giannis, we're talking about all this other stuff, but invest in the community and you will see the community grow. Invest in other stuff, you're going to see what happens. There you go.
All right. If you are just checking, there is a critically missing 3-year-old boy, and they're saying the 12-year-old sister is wanted for the abduction, and she may be armed. So if you are seeing the billboards, the neon billboards, just be on the lookout. Nevin is described as a male, black, 3 feet tall, 50 pounds with brown hair. Nevin was last seen wearing blue jeans and a navy blue shirt. He is not wearing a jacket or any shoes. Sonia, the sister who abducted him, is described as a female, black, 5 feet 5 tall, 130 pounds with red hair. last seen wearing a black jean jacket over a black hooded sweatshirt and blue jeans. Call local law enforcement if you have seen that, or you've seen this silver/light blue Hyundai Santa Fe with no license plates. We got to get ready to get up out of here, and so that is my closing. I thought that was very important, so I give my last talk to that. The award-winning Sherwin Hughes with The Truth in the Morning with Sherwin Hughes. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes is up next.
So let me ask you, when the government